But look, there is so much stuff coming out of the States right now, including the absolutely incredible, unbelievable excuses that U.S. Secret Service brass are making for just how they happen to miss a guy climbing up a roof 100 or so meters from the former and likely future President Trump, and then let him manage to get off several shots before finally being eliminated when agents returned fire. Now, I want you to watch this. Somebody has done a computer model to show just how close we came to losing Trump on the weekend. Watch this modeling of how he just happened to turn his head. By coincidence, by divine intervention, you be the judge, just at the moment the would-be assassin's bullet passed millimeters from his skull.
Take a look what happened.
Wow. I mean, I get chills just watching that. But, you know, even more chilling is the way the Secret Service is trying to wriggle out of what looks like, at the very best, to be rank, gross incompetence of the worst sort. Check out the excuse Secret Service boss Kimberly Cheadle is trotting out for her agents, and why there was no agent on that roof where the sniper took his shot.
Should that roof have been secure, period?
That building in particular has a sloped roof at its highest point. And so, you know, there's a safety factor that would be considered there, that we wouldn't want to put somebody up on a sloped roof. And so, you know, the decision was made to secure the building from inside.
There was a safety factor, you know? It was a slope. There was a tilt. It was dangerous, too dangerous for these people who go and put their lives on the line. I mean, imagine this, a slope. What do we say? Sorry, kids, no present from Santa this year? The roof is on a slope? Hey, maybe this is why they designed the White House with a flat roof all those years ago. Because they knew down the road Secret Service agents who take an oath to put their bodies on the line wouldn't slip and hurt their ankles or something protecting the president. Of course, this doesn't make any sense at all. It doesn't make any sense because if you look at this, the snipers that were behind Trump and shot the shooter were on a sloped roof too. Put that back up on the screen so people can see it. Because seriously, what is going on here? Look, there's been more evidence that this has just been an incredible dereliction of duty come out of the last several hours. That the war on competence, on expertise, on people who know what they're doing has taken a new and frightening direction. CNN has reported new details on the attempted assassination, including that the would-be assassin passed through a Secret Service checkpoint with a rangefinder, and apparently nothing was done about it.
We also understand that when he got to the fairgrounds where this rally was being held for Donald Trump, the first thing that puts him on the radar of security people is near the magnetometer area where they're screening people in. He's carrying in his hand a rangefinder. It's a device that looks like a small pair of binoculars, but it's used by shooters to measure the distance when they're setting up a long-distance shot. Because he didn't have a weapon, that would not have prevented him to go through security, but they did flag, what does he have this in his hand for? At that point, they told people, keep an eye on this guy, but then he leaves the secure area, the staging area, and he doesn't turn up again for some time until the crowd says there's a guy crawling up the roof, and it appears he has a rifle.
Great, great work there, guys. Well, hey, he's got a rangefinder. Nothing suspicious about that. I think we should just let him climb up on a roof near the president. And there's also this. And, you know, the physical damage that has been done, Trump's dinged up ear and the really tragic loss of a retired firefighter in the crowd, well, that doesn't account for the political damage that has occurred. And, I mean, it's not hard to see how people really start to wonder if there is something more going on with this, especially when there seems to be no consequence for a horrendous series of errors. And for the moment, that's all we can call this. But if anyone from the Biden White House is watching this and not watching Morning Joe, which apparently is back on MSNBC now, let me give a few recommendations for the president. One, he should demand the resignation of Kimberly Cheadle, the head of the Secret Service, to make it absolutely clear there are consequences for this gross incompetence, that there is right now zero downside and a lot of political upside if he really wants to reach out across the aisle. But we know the answer to that question with Joe Biden. He won't do that, which might be why he is in so much trouble politically at the moment. Let's go back to CNN. I know a lot of CNN tonight, but check out this bit of coverage from the Republican National Convention a little while ago, where they are now saying Trump is on track to win. Well, I'll let them tell you the number, but just remember this. You need 270 electoral votes to win the White House.
So look at the map right now. That gets Donald Trump to 303. And there's new polling today that shows the president's approval rating in these battleground states is below 40. The president's ballot number right now is below 40 in most of those states, and it's at 42 in Nevada. It's very hard in 16 weeks. We count the votes 16 weeks from tonight to turn that around. Plus, Democrats are now worried. They think, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but what they're saying is the president's going to have to spend more time and more resources on places like Virginia because it's competitive, on places like New Hampshire because it's competitive. You look at this map as it plays out, and there are Democrats making the case, and we have Wisconsin blue here. Let's move Wisconsin over here. There are Democrats making the case that Donald Trump is on a viable path as of today to get to 330 electoral votes, Wolf, or even higher, because they see other states in here. The Trump campaign says Minnesota. The Trump campaign says maybe New Mexico. Let's be cautious. Those are blue states traditionally, but the president's standing, his approval rating, his ballot number, people's views about how old he is, and people who view the state of the economy are very bad for the president right now.